Our lives are extremely interesting. Each and every one of us has a story to tell, whether it's about the things that we have experienced, whether it's about the things that have hurt us or the things that we have learned. We all have something to share with the world. And for this video, I'm going to share my testimony about how God transformed me into a Christian. So I was born into a Christian family, but like every Christian family out there, we weren't perfect. My family got into a divorce, my mom and my dad, at a very young age, and that really affected me and hurt me and caused some insecurities. I also had heart surgery that took me out of a sport that I loved to play. And on top of that, I was kind of odd because I was homeschooled when I was younger, and I was made fun of by a lot of people, and people would talk down to me. So I grew up with a lot of insecurities and fear, and I became this totally weird, terrible person in high school because of all those things I've dealt with in the past. I became extremely prideful. I was trying to constantly be the best, put down people. I became a lustful guy. I was playing with girls' hearts and messing around with them and doing the wrong things. And I would put people down to lift myself up. And I just hurt a lot of people. And I was just such a broken individual. But my family didn't stop fighting for me. And one day I ended up going to the beach to go play beach volleyball, and this random guy named Matt came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, could I play volleyball with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, you can play with me." I was that guy. And he was like, "Okay," and he ended up being insane. He's a really good player. And the whole time we're playing, he's such a nice guy. He's so encouraging to the other team, and I'm over here like, "Ooh!" Every time I hit a spike down or whatever, I could do nothing in volleyball but hit the ball. And then after the game, he came up to me and said, "Berenger, can we talk?" And I was like, yeah, man, you can talk to me. Like, what's up? And then all of a sudden he was just like, "Man, I really don't appreciate that attitude you had on the court." And I was like, okay. He was like, "You're going through something, and I want to speak into your life." And then he started speaking to my life and started talking about Jesus and God and how God can transform your life. And I kind of knew these things from when I was younger, but I definitely walked away from him. And everything that he said really just stuck to my heart. And so after we had that encounter, I decided to go to church like the next week. And I went to a church that was about 30 minutes away from the beach that I went to. And it wasn't a church that he invited me to. He didn't even mention a church. He just spoke life into me. And when I went to this church, I saw him there, and it was like, whoa, and then he started talking to me, and he was like, "Hey man, this is the beginning. This is where God's going to start moving into your life. All you have to do is follow him and submit to him." I started bawling my eyes out, and I'm like, "You're right, I need to do better." But I'm going to be honest. My life didn't radically change right in that moment. It took time. It took a lot of time to submit to him and a lot of life lessons. Trust me. But I can promise you this, that in that journey of getting closer to God, what happened was I started to get the healing, the confidence that I needed that I didn't have when I was younger. I felt warm and protected and loved by a God that I can't even explain. Like, I was just loved in such a way that my pride, everything started to diminish because of who Jesus was. It was who Jesus was and what he did in my life that changed me as a person. Now, I like to end my testimony by saying, the doctors may have healed my heart physically, but what Jesus did on the cross and what he did for my life changed my life and my heart and fixed it forever and ever and ever. Thank you.